guys, I'm Riley.
And I'm Audrey.
And welcome to the Dramatic Effect podcast, where we dive into all things film, books, Broadway, and beyond.
1 part book club, 1 part TV movie binge, and all parts drama. Tune in every Monday.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Dramatic Effect podcast. I'm Riley.
And I'm Audrey. And we were just chatting about my hair because you might notice a difference. I got extensions.
You're looking awfully Khaleesi-esque, like Game of Thrones. Like Daenerys.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's probably what it's giving. But so I got hand-tied wefts.
Okay.
I like them a lot, and I like the look of them. But my only thing is that my scalp is really itchy.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that. Nobody told me that.
Oh, see, that's like the first thing someone said to me when I thought about getting them, because you have to like pat them to itch them too.
What?
Yeah. Like you're not supposed to like itch into it because it could like loosen them or break
I don't
the
care.
hair.
I actually literally don't care at this point because it's so itchy. I want to die. I feel like I have lice.
Oh, God.
No, it's terrible.
The price you pay for long, beautiful hair.
Way too much.
Yeah. Is
yeah.
that what Hallie has too? Because she has extensions.
No. I think she might have tape-ins or K-tips or I-tips, which are the bonded.
Got it.
Individual not strands, but like individual bunches.
Okay.
Which I think I might switch to those or tape-ins because I can't put my hair up with these.
Yeah, so that's the other thing, right? Like you can't like do like a high pony because they can't like flip upside down.
You can if you have tape-ins or I-tips or K-tips.
Okay.
These you cannot because they can't flip upside down because they're just all one strand, one big weft. So it looks like that. It looks silly if you put them up.
Well, at least it looks cute in the braids for now.
It looks so cute in the braids. I mean, I've been ripping the braids and everybody's like, oh my God, I love the braids. Oh my God, long hair era. I'm like, it's so cute and people are obsessed with it. It really does look so good. But I am in a little bit of pain and dismay.
It's a learning curve. It's kind of like when you
I'm giving it a little, I'm going to give it probably like 2 more weeks. And if I really can't stand it, then I'm going to switch to K-tips, I-tips, or tape-ins.
All right, well, we're here for this journey.
Thank you. I haven't told my hairstylist that yet. I haven't told her. Because, I'm like, I love the look of them. I really do. But, it's more like the feeling and, just this style of them.
Right.
I think I just want a different style. So.
How long did they take to put in?
They don't take that long to put in, but my appointment was maybe 5 hours because we had to do my highlights. We did highlights. And then we had to put them in.
Right.
So
and then they probably have to cut them a little too.
It probably took to put these in, it probably took an hour and a half.
Okay.
2 hours.
So if that's the only thing you're doing at the appointment, it's not
No, it's not that bad. But when you're moving them up, you have to take them out fully and then re-sew them in.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't know. I think that the K-tips apparently are more maintenance because it takes longer, but I don't really care if it takes longer. If it makes my life easier in my everyday life, then I'll be fine with it.
Yeah, no, it's about day-to-day comfort at the end of the day.
Exactly.
When it's a long-term commitment. If it's clip-ins, whatever, it's a night, but
of course.
This could affect your sleep. Well, you could start spiraling. It could really have a ripple effect that we don't want it to have.
No, yeah. And
just for hair,
Yeah, no. It's a lot for sure, and I'm not loving it. I'm not loving that part of the journey, but I like the look.
Yeah, and the look looked great this weekend. You were at Palm Tree Festival. Tell us more about that.
My God.
You were influencering and
this
girling.
Is so funny. So Riley asked me about Palm Tree Fest before we started the episode, and I said, no, I want to do it on the episode. Palm Tree Festival was like Fire Festival.
I'm so happy someone said it because I had a fucking feeling. I really had a feeling.
If anyone said that they had fun, they were either at a table or they were in the front row and didn't move the entire time. Those are the only 2 groups of people that, not had fun, but at least enjoyed the concert part of it.
Right.
I had a lot of fun there.
Right.
But it wasn't a good music festival.
Okay. Well, okay. So for me, pictures, like from like watching from afar, to me it did not look that fun, only because, I mean, and this is out of the festival's control, like the weather was gross.
Yep, exactly.
And, like,
the weather was gross. There was no grass.
the grass was like brown.
Yeah,
it looked a little wacky.
Even Coachella looks much better than that.
Yeah.
Like, but I guess Coachella is
in the desert.
The desert of California. But like, no, but like at least in Coachella, like they have grass.
Yeah,
like,
well, can I just
grass.
say Palm Tree is not a good name for a festival that's taking place on Long Island.
I know. I don't
Like,
really know what they're...
Palm trees are not indigenous to that area.
But I guess they also do it. They do it in Dana Point, California as well.
Okay.
Which is like, it's right next to Laguna Beach. So it's like Orange County.
Fine.
But I don't know. So all of the alcohol was free everywhere. Isn't that the craziest thing you've ever heard?
Cool though, right?
Yeah, super cool. And then like at in the VIP section, like food was free too. Like it was really great. Like in that respect,
like good
so much fun. Oh my God, I had a great time. But it was just more like the production of it. I was like, the screens and the stage were so tiny that I legit like couldn't see. I couldn't see anything. It was like, even if I wanted, like I was in the middle of the crowd, like trying to bop, and I couldn't because I legit couldn't see anything. Even when I looked at the screen, and the screen was so like grainy, it was just bad.
Yeah, like you're watching someone DJ on a toaster.
Exactly. Literally exactly. And I was just like, okay, if you want any of these like visuals or effects, like at least have like 3 or 4 screens.
Yeah.
They had one screen and it was so tiny. I couldn't see anything. And I just was like, and I'm also short. So then I'm like, I can't even like try to look above anybody. I can't see. So yeah, that. And then also, if you walked away from the stage, you couldn't tell if somebody was on stage because it was not loud.
What?
Mm-hmm. So like if you were, it was so funny. We were like at the bar. We're like asking the bartenders, we're like, you having a fun time? And she's like, yeah, I just wish I could hear some music. And I was like, they're literally behind the stage and you can barely hear the music.
And also like, yeah, don't they usually like kind of scatter some like speakers out throughout the grounds to like...
I don't think so. I don't think they did. I don't know. It was just it was interesting.
Well, okay, but also coming from you, like you painted a good picture, right? Because like, yeah, from like an experience in terms of like getting alcohol and food.
Getting alcohol and having a fun time with your friends, it was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and like
10 out of 10, great time, especially, and if the weather had been better, oh my God, I'm sure, I mean, it would have been a different experience, but like I genuinely had a really, really fun time.
Yeah.
It just was more like as somebody who really is into music festivals.
You go for the
really
music.
into the music.
Yeah.
The music was lacking and the production was lacking.
Okay, so for someone who doesn't care about the music,
if you don't care about the music, you probably thought it was the best time ever.
Okay, interesting.
But if you care about the music, then you were probably like, what's going on here?
Okay, well at least it wasn't bad in the sense that you were stranded.
Exactly.
Wait, was there service? Because I know there's really bad service.
No.
Can the Hamptons fix the service, please? Like
I'm wondering the
I
same
am sorry,
thing.
there is just like no reason that there's no service in a completely populated section of the state of New York.
Literally populated.
Yeah.
Completely.
There's just no reason.
Like, it makes zero sense. I couldn't believe it on my drive out there to Montauk, not last weekend, but the weekend before, because that was the first time I had ever gone to Montauk.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. It was insane. I was like, why is my phone not working?
Literally on the Montauk Highway, it says like SOS on your phone because there's like, it's just like there's no service whatsoever. And like, I don't think it requires like big giant cell towers to make like cell service available.
No, it literally doesn't. It doesn't.
Isn't 5G supposed to cover like everywhere? Like I thought that was like supposed to solve that type of thing.
I don't know.
But like when it's just like annoying when like you're in like Montauk or like East Hampton and you're like putting some like an address into your maps and you like, you know, your car pulls out the driveway and you're driving and then suddenly your map's like, I don't know what's going on. It's loading.
Yeah, and you don't know where you're going.
And so like, yeah, I know people used to not have like GPS on their phones, but like they had other ways of figuring out how to get around. Like we obviously rely on our phones for these things now.
Yeah, so it's like, why wouldn't they fix that problem?
Yeah, it's a safety hazard.
Yeah, this is also what I'm wondering. It's like, they figure out how to put a submarine down 2.5 miles under the water.
Right.
How have they not figured out how to take the clouds out of the sky?
Whoa.
I'm genuinely asking that question. Why don't you put a vacuum up there?
That should work.
Right?
Because it's water, too. It
Right?
just turns into water as it's sucked out of the sky.
Right? Get it out of the sky, vacuum it up, put it in some sort of, I don't know, a big spaceship that, I mean, I guess it's probably a lot more water than I'm thinking it is, but
Probably
like
so
much water, but
for
like
one cloud.
yeah, literally. But I'm like, why don't you just vacuum it up?
Yeah.
Why don't you just call Taylor up? But I really
No,
am
literally.
I really am wondering that.
Yeah.
I think that it could be done, especially just like with, I just don't know.
Like, oh, it's raining this weekend. Let's just vacuum that shit up.
Low key.
Genius.
I don't know. I feel like they could do it at least over the city, over Manhattan.
Yeah. Yeah. But also
Maybe.
it's like if we get
I don't know.
engulfed in like smoke from Canada, like clearly we don't know how to control air and skies and wind and all that stuff.
Well, that's a lot.
That's more complicated.
That's more. That's more. There's more going on there.
than just
Is
the clouds.
Smoke coming back?
I hope not.
There is so much shit going on right now.
No,
the
it's insane.
submarine.
Yeah.
The smoke.
Well, then also the airports.
What is up with the airports?
Dude, I don't know, but I flew yesterday and it was like insane because
you said that you had a crazy travel day.
Well, I
Fill
got
us in.
so lucky because basically, so my parents live in Sun Valley, Idaho, which is like a town in the middle of Idaho. So you have to take like a very small plane from like either Denver or Salt Lake City or one of those connecting airports out west to get in on like a small plane. So I experience a lot of crazy travel trying to get out there every Christmas when it's raining or whatever, or not raining, snowing. But I was fine getting out of Sun Valley on my first flight, but then I'm in Denver and it is chaos. Like there is this line and I'm like, what the fuck is this line? It's just wrapping all the way around. And have you ever been to the Denver airport?
No.
It is so long. Like I think it probably spans like a few miles. Like I one time
really
just was like super delayed on a flight and was just walking the length of Denver airport and got like 12,000 steps just like during a layover.
That sounds about right.
And so I swear this line was probably over a mile long. And then it started looping back. Like parents with kids, just like it just chaos. And I'm following the sign. I'm like, what is this for? It's for United Customer Service. And they literally—
Were you flying United?
Yes.
Oh no.
And so I'm like walking to my gate. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm so screwed. And I get to my gate. Like no delays, we're fine. And then like right before we're about to start boarding, they're like, oh, we're waiting on one flight attendant. And her flight in has this was at 5 p.m. Her flight in has just been delayed to 9 p.m. I'm like, let me
leave without her.
Let me be the flight attendant. I'm like, literally, I'll serve everyone some snacks and drinks. Like,
no,
just get
legit.
me on this plane.
I'm sorry.
Nobody
cares. Nobody cares.
It was
about
insane.
That.
I think
one
it's
flight attendant.
I
guess it's a safety thing, but I don't really understand that. Like, why wouldn't you have extra?
Well, so that's
in case something like that happens.
So that's
why
what
wouldn't
ended
you
up happening.
have one extra one?
By 7, they had found someone else to like swap with her.
Okay.
Thank God.
That's good.
And we boarded by 7, and I just like couldn't even believe that all these people were stranded. And that I had made it on the plane. I did have a good karma moment. A dad was traveling alone with his 2 daughters, and he was like, I don't know what to do. Like, none of our 3 seats are together. Would you switch with me? And I was like, well, where's your seat? And it was like a couple rows back in a middle seat. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, I'm not going to separate a father from his 2 small daughters. And they were too small to be sitting alone.
Yeah.
So, but also like, if you're traveling alone with your kids, like
make sure
book your seats.
Yeah.
But so I gave up my seat. I go to recline my chair. There's an exit row behind me. So I can't recline my seat the entire flight. So I'm in a middle seat, can't recline. But it was fine. We made it. And then I get there.
I need to know what this good karma moment was.
Oh, that was a good karma moment. Was giving my seat to this father.
Oh,
because I sat in the
you
middle
haven't
seat.
received that good.
I
karma
haven't
yet.
received the karma back. No, I think me making it might have been the karma. I don't know. But I get to Newark. There is same thing. A line looping through the entire United Terminal.
Oh my God.
And people sleeping on the floor, people sleeping on lounges. It's like 2 a.m. at this point. So it's like people are just sleeping all over the place. They clearly have been stranded there for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to baggage claim. Like you are stepping over bags. Like there's just bags everywhere. Like they clearly are just like taking bags and just throwing them out. I heard someone go to like one of the security people like, hey, is there any like sort of organization here? And the woman was like, no, I don't know what they're doing. They're just like throwing bags everywhere. Like they just were tossing people's bags
Well, also,
out.
what's been going on with bags? Because I have seen more stories.
I know.
This week or the past 2 weeks of people's luggage not getting to where they're going.
I know.
Than I have ever seen in my entire life. How is that possible?
I don't know, but we all need to get tiles for our bags.
Yeah,
so
I
we
do
can
have.
track
I have
them.
an air. I have an air tag.
yeah,
Every
I
time
don't
I
have
leave my
that.
apartment, it tells me Audrey's luggage was left behind. I'm like, well, good thing she's checking in.
Yeah. You know what? Just thanks for keeping tabs.
Yeah, literally. Air tags are great.
Yeah. Well, but then you know what was scary was I got in the car and I don't have an air tag. And I got one of those notifications that was like,
Oh, yeah,
an air
that is
tag is
scary.
following you. And I was
Yeah.
like looking through my bag. I think it was just my AirPods probably.
Yeah, it's your AirPods.
But it wasn't saying it was
it
my
says
AirPods.
an Apple
like
Air
AirTag,
device.
and it's like disable air device. I'm like, oh my God, they're tracking me. But I'm
yeah,
like,
no, it's fully your AirPods.
who's following me? So, but one thing I did get to do on said travels was watch episodes 1 through 4 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. season 1.
Period.
So,
Good.
got
You
all
did that
caught
on your flight.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You honestly might need to just walk me through and give me some
I got you, girl.
updates. But all I will say, like how I'm gonna start. Are you Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah?
Obviously, Team Conrad.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
Who the fuck is Team Jeremiah? There are some people on TikTok that are like, oh my God, ride or die Jeremiah. I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
That makes no sense. Like, look, I will say, like, so the first time watching, he really annoyed me. I was like, this kid is just so, like, over the top, like, just saying cringe things left and right. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
On a rewatch, I was kind of like, okay, justice for Jeremiah. Like, I don't, I can see an appeal. He also has, like, gorgeous eyes.
Yeah. And I will say about Jeremiah is that I like that he liked her before.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
but
wait,
they
or actually,
both did.
no,
But they
wait.
both did, right?
No. Wait, was it Jeremiah? Is it Jeremiah that it's like he only likes her once he realizes that Conrad starts liking her?
So that's,
Isn't it kind of like that?
it could come off that way. Like I guess it's hard to know when Jeremiah started liking her. But so at the end of, where we're at right now is the end of episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Conrad and Belly have just had that moment like on the little dock. And Jeremiah sees and shoots the firework
Yeah.
to like stop them from kissing. And that's our first glimmer of like, oh, he has feelings for her.
Yeah.
Because we've been seeing like little bits that like obviously Conrad has had some like feelings for a long time. And
Yeah.
they've both clearly always been in love with each other. But like now we're like, oh, so Jeremiah has feelings for her too. But we don't necessarily know when that started. I don't know if we learn in the last 3 episodes if he's more specific about it when they have because they have like moments, right?
Yeah.
Like they kiss and stuff. And I'll need to be refreshed on that when we watch the last 3 episodes. But it is like, I don't know, like he's always hyping her up. So it's almost like you think they're just like besties. And she even says like, oh, Jeremiah just flirts with everybody. So you don't know that it's like she's special until that moment. It's like that aha moment.
I know. You're like, oh, interesting.
So taking it back to the top.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? It like is there's only 7 episodes. So like I was shocked at how much I really actually remembered like the events of one single episode versus like getting it all blurred and sort of like it progressed really like well. It almost felt like, because it is a book, it felt like chapters of a book.
Yeah,
like you're
for
closing
sure.
a chapter every episode. So episode 1, obviously she arrives in Cousins, which is like the Cape Cod, and I mean they're from Boston, so it's definitely just Cape Cod.
Yeah.
And you get sort of a montage of memories. And I remember thinking this like when I finished season 1, but something I didn't pick up on as much was like in a lot of the memories of like flashbacks through Belly's life going to cousins, Susannah is in a headscarf. And we do like talk about how she, 3 years prior was going through treatment and she was having chemo and clearly she like had to overcome it. And then it turned out she didn't.
Yeah.
But it was interesting that like, her being sick is like a major thing that like,
and it's almost
role.
like this bomb that they drop, but they also kind of like give you
they're
some
planted
tidbits.
seeds.
They're planting seeds throughout it. Yeah. That's like the saddest part of the whole thing.
Well, that was the thing
so
too.
heart-wrenching.
It's like this whole show is like this like light, fun summer romance thing.
But then, oh my God, it murders you at the
literally,
end.
I was
murders
like,
you at the end. Sorry, I'm like getting ahead of ourselves.
No.
But yeah.
But even like, and so also Conrad's clearly super broody and we don't know why.
What does that word mean?
Broody, like he's like walking around like smoldering, like I'm so mysterious.
I'm so mysterious.
mad
I'm so
at the
misunderstood.
world, so misunderstood. Exactly.
Well, yeah, why does he do that? Why does he do that? He's perfect.
No, literally.
I hate when guys or even girls, like, I mean, okay, not that like being hot is like, that doesn't make your life perfect, but like, it's like, come on.
Yeah, it's like you're so
Stop
hot.
being
like,
so moody.
just
like,
be happy. All these girls want you, Conrad.
All these girls want you, Conrad. But I mean, I guess he has a
at the
hard
end of the day,
life.
well, no, at the end of the day, it turns out it's because he knows that she's sick.
Yeah. It's so terrible.
But
sorry, Conrad. I love you. I'm literally obsessed with you.
We'll allow you to brood.
Yeah.
And it's also though it's really like this actor Chris Briney does a really good job of
He's
like
really good,
being really broody, but then like when he has little moments of like smiling, like he's not like a hater, like he still like loves his brother. And
he's
Steven
just like he's just not doing well.
So he has like little moments of like smiling, and they like warm my heart so much. Like
so good.
When he finds out the dad's not coming for 4th of July, and it like lifts his mood instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I forget So I guess the dad cheated with the secretary, and that's like the drama with the dad. But I don't remember if Conrad knew about that plus her being sick, or did he just know about the secretary? I don't know.
Was the secretary recent or?
No, it was like back when she was sick the last time. So this piece of shit dad, by the way, cheats on his wife while his wife is going through chemo.
I think they didn't know that.
But then why does he hate his dad so much?
Oh, then he must know.
Yeah.
No, then he knows. He knows then. Sorry.
I remember being confused on that, though.
Jeremiah doesn't know.
Jeremiah has no idea. But that's why he was, like, excited when the dad showed up.
Yeah.
He's like, Dad, why are you leaving?
Yeah.
Like, he clearly is the only one in the dark. So, from a mom perspective, Susannah's like, oh, like, he's sad because of his breakup. But, like, that's sad? Like, have you really checked in on your kid?
Yeah,
and
literally.
made sure, like,
Also, did he have a girlfriend, Conrad?
They talk about some girl named Audrey who I think he was probably dating like during the school year.
Oh.
And how they like broke up.
I wish they would bring her in. I wonder if they'll bring her in
the next season. Maybe there's gonna be some like ex drama. I mean, like, okay, so like
I love a good ex drama moment.
I'm so excited to like see Belly and Conrad like actually be together because we really don't get them to like kiss until even the end of season 1.
Yeah.
One thing about me is like if a show has a love storyline, I'm gonna keep watching. Like if I'm like rooting,
I need to know.
Like, have you watched The Bear at all?
No, but I legit just saw an ad for it as I was on my way here.
So
what is it?
It's Jeremy Allen White. He's an incredible actor. Really, really great acting performances in the show. It's one of the most stressful shows ever. Like, I don't know that it really has a plot. I don't know that, like, yeah. So, I was ready to give up on it. I was, like, watching it while I was home this weekend with my parents just as, like, a show to watch. But I, like, was literally like, oh, I don't think I'll keep watching this because, like, it just, like, actually gives me anxiety.
For sure.
Introduce a love interest, I'm hooked.
Hooked.
Now season 2, I'm watching. I'm finishing.
I'm dialed in.
I am dialed in, making sure that they close on this relationship.
No, it's so funny how I feel like everything always comes back to love and relationships and everything. It's like, I feel like at the end of the day, that is like the bottom line is that's like what people want.
Yeah, 100%.
No matter what.
100%.
Maybe it's just girls. I don't know.
Probably.
But I feel like guys feel that way too at some point, just like when they are older.
Maybe. Guys, let us know. I would love to know, honestly, like if guys like what they watch a show for. Like what pulls them in. Is it a hot girl? Is it the love? Is it
I don't know.
Is it both?
I love love.
I love love. And that's why I love this show, because it's really
It is. Do you know what Summer I Turned Pretty channels?
What?
Summer I Turned Pretty channels the feeling that you feel when your crush likes you back for the first time.
You I have butterflies watching her.
That is how it feels, and that's what it invokes in you when you're watching it, and I think that's why people love it so much. And that's why I'm just so fucking excited for the next season, because it just makes you go back to that time where you're like, oh my God, my first crush actually likes me back. And that's the best feeling ever.
The best feeling.
That's why I love crushes. I love crushes. I have lots of crushes.
There's nothing better than a crush. Actually, one of the best things that pieces of advice I ever took from Tinks was a crush list, because it's so fun to have a crush and just write it down and be like, oh, cute waiter at this restaurant, write it down. Just little
a crush list.
Yeah, just literally any little crush, big or small. And you just write it down, and then if they're off your crush list, you just delete them right off. But it kind of helps you keep excitement in the mundane.
Yeah.
And I went so long without a crush, and then I kind of happened into one, and now I'm obsessed with having crushes again.
Oh my God, I have how many crushes do I have right now? I have a lot of crushes.
I have a lot of crushes too, and I love a good nickname for a crush too. It's
I do. Yeah,
it's never just their first and last name. It's always oh, barista that I follow on Instagram, or cute guy.
I'm
I'm trying not to say real ones.
No, I know. I'm
glasses guy.
Glasses crush. But I end it with crush.
Crush.
My glasses crush. And they're like, what? I'm nothing. You don't know.
I like to start it with hot. So if his name's Steve, it's hot Steve.
Love.
Or if his name's Caleb, hot Caleb.
Hot Caleb.
I'm making these names up.
West Elm Caleb.
Oh God.
Oh my God, that's the funniest thing ever.
TBT to West Elm Caleb. Wonder how he's doing now. Still working at West Elm.
Maybe. I doubt he's still working at West Elm.
Yeah, do you think they fired him?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that was...
You definitely would probably lose your job over that, right?
Yeah, well...
Especially it's West Elm.
With the name of the company in it, that's
kind of fucks you.
I know a girl who worked at West Elm with West Elm Caleb. Yeah.
We should check in with her. We should find out.
I know.
I'd love to know.
I would love to know.
Yeah, that's
gonna
crazy.
Put that on my to-do list. But so back to Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yes.
So she meets Cameron in episode 1 at the beach.
Yes, which that's just the funniest.
I forgot about him, honestly.
Me too. No, me too. It's just it's a very random character throw in there.
Well, it's kind of that these brothers who have had feelings for her for however long see her for the first time having a romantic relationship, and that probably gets their wheels turning, right?
True.
She actually has relationships like this now, and she's growing up. And also they always keep saying you look a lot different than last summer. This is really the summer she turned pretty. It's her first summer coming into herself, which is I think she said she just finished her sophomore year, which I feel for me was a big sophomore year was a big maturing year for me. I went from being kind of a young middle schooler, high schooler to feeling like a young woman.
Was she going into sophomore year or
into junior year? She said
into junior year.
Yeah,
huh, okay.
So it's actually not even that young.
So then is Conrad a senior?
It sounds like Conrad just graduated. It sounds like he's going to college.
He's going to college?
Yeah, because I think they
shit.
Yeah, because I think they show him at Brown next season. Yeah. Because they were filming because they were filming him at Brown, and they were doing it at the College of Charleston, and they were like,
my God.
yes, the indigenous Spanish moss of Rhode Island. It's just how are you making the College of Charleston look like Brown?
I mean, they film. Why do they film so much stuff in Charleston?
They must have cheap permits or something, because Outer Banks too.
Outer Banks is down there. Yeah. I mean, it's also beautiful, but
speaking of budget,
and the weather is fantastic.
Yes, well, that's probably good for filming
all of the above
summer shows.
Seeing a budget, what?
Speaking of budget, the music budget on this show must be so insane between like every song.
It's got to be a deal with Amazon.
Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call.
Right?
Well,
Don't you
first of
think?
all, I mean, the amount of Taylor Swift songs, like I know that the author of the books loves Taylor Swift, and that's why that like made its way into a lot of the episodes. But I mean, at minimum, to license a Taylor Swift song, it's like $100K probably at minimum.
Okay.
Probably more than that. And then on top of that, like, you know, they have like Doja Cat and like, you know, really songs of the moment at every turn of the show, which I really love. I think it's if they're spending millions of dollars on this music budget, which I mean, if my calculations are correct, they are. I do think it really does a good job of like adding to the fact that like, you know, with summer, there's always like the songs of the summer.
Always the songs of the summer.
And like,
it definitely. Because when I hear that, which Taylor Swift song is it that is...
Cruel Summer.
Cruel Summer. Every time I hear Cruel Summer, I think of the summer I turned pretty.
Yeah.
Without fail.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I mean, I think it's a huge thing in also creating like the hype around the show, but also just, evoking that feeling of summer and the songs of summer and the things that remind you of summer. It's a very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Nostalgic?
Yes. It's a very nostalgic show.
Yeah, like that feeling of like anyone who grew up like going to the shore or going to like a beach every
anywhere,
summer. Yeah. That feeling of like pulling up to the beach for the stroke. That feeling of pulling up to the beach for the first time in the summer, and it's like the first sunny day, and there's like a smell and a feeling, and like
incredible.
You get it, and you
I haven't
get out
had
of the
that
car.
yet this summer because the weather has been so absolutely horrible. I don't know what to do at this point because I'm like, it's July.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
So rude.
I don't even know if I'm going down the shore for 4th of July anymore.
Really? Just because the weather's so bad?
No. Well, the weather's not good.
Yeah.
But my friend who I was supposed to stay with, I think she decided to not go down this weekend because she was like, I don't know, 4th is just too crowded.
Really overwhelming. It's so
really
crowded.
overwhelming. So then I'm like, should I just stay here and just fuck around? Maybe.
Yeah, honestly,
I might.
Sometimes it's the move. Like I've done that on like Memorial Day and Labor Day before, and it's like quiet in the city versus like everywhere else is so inundated with people. And one thing with the shore that's like hard is like
I just wish that I had like, I don't know, a pool to lay out at.
Yeah.
That's what I wish.
Not that the weather's gonna really be permitting it.
No, yeah, true.
Last I checked, it's been looking bleak.
Let's see.
Oh, it's actually cleared up. Wow. Speaking of the fourth episode when they're drinking the margaritas, something that drove me crazy. This is
oh my god, the
small.
margaritas! I totally forgot about that, and them being drunk.
Them getting drunk, and one of my least,
that acting was bad.
I was gonna say like, one of my least favorite things is people acting like when actors have to act drunk in a show.
It's the hardest thing to do. Yeah, and I know it, but it really every time. I just really think they should just get drunk.
No, truly. Just be drunk.
I don't understand why they don't. But I guess maybe she wasn't 21 when they were
definitely
filming.
not. No,
I guess none
not.
of that.
Yeah.
Except
so that's
Chris
the
Briney
tough
was probably the only one that was 21.
Yeah. Because he's like your age, I think.
Yeah, he's a year above me. He did acting at Pace.
Speaking of,
so if I had gone to, I think about this often. If I had gone to Pace for musical theater, could have met him.
Well, you
BRB,
still could.
throw up. He has a girlfriend.
Yeah. But
good
I do think another note I literally wrote down was like you need to be cast in this show.
Oh my god!
Like,
thanks.
You would be so good as
Fingers
like
crossed.
one of the Deb girls. Like,
hey, maybe I don't know. I
rolling up in Kevin.
I didn't get an audition for it. But I guess it was filming last summer probably.
Yeah.
So then, does it film in the summer?
It filmed last summer, which.
Okay.
Another note, like, yeah, maybe the timing wasn't right.
I think that maybe when the auditions were whatever was happening, I don't think that I had an agent yet.
I think they might have even been casting season 2 before season 1 came out. Like they were literally like filming season 2 while season 1 was happening. But I appreciate that they did that because like it's so important that this show comes out in the summer.
Yep.
It's just like it has to be a summer show.
It has to.
Like my memories of last year, I was in a share house with like 8 of my best friends, and we all sat on the couch and watched this entire show together.
So good.
And it was like it's such a nice memory, and I can't wait to do it again this year.
Yep.
And
incredible.
But so back to the margaritas. it drove me crazy that they were drinking the margaritas out of a margarita glass. Because, like, all I could pay attention to was the fact that, like, she looked so stupid holding the fucking margarita glass.
She did look stupid holding the margarita
Put
glass.
it in a cup.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And also, it's like, why would they all be carrying around these margaritas? It would be a red Solo cup.
No, it would be a red Solo cup.
Whoever, I don't know, the props department was not thinking through that decision.
Exactly. Like, realistically.
That is really funny.
Because also, it's like you're underage, you're high school, like, you're not really, like, clearly the parents don't really care that much that they drink.
Yeah.
But, like, you're really not supposed to be drinking, especially if you're sitting on the beach.
And
like,
the margarita glass is, like, so obnoxious.
Yeah.
It's, like, so large.
It's so
and sitting on the
large.
beach. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
So that
You
drove
wouldn't
me
bring
crazy.
a glass on the beach.
No. What if that broke? Someone could step in the sand and step in a piece of glass.
You would know that because you have gone there your entire life.
Yes.
But you're not doing that. And then it just made no sense. But it's really funny.
But you don't, so you don't know.
But you don't, so you don't know. And
So
I don't know what I'm saying now. But yeah, really funny. Really funny. The margarita.
Like, girl. I guess maybe it's because she's supposed to be a noob. Oh, this sent me. I've shared with you before that I once had a Harry Potter Hermione fanfic stage. And I know
have you?
Yes, because I told you I'm obsessed with Harry Potter and I loved fanfic. Like, loved.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this. I liked fanfic, but One Direction.
Yes, exactly. And, you know, especially during the early stages of COVID, Draco Talk was a big thing.
Okay.
And like, it kind of got me on a rabbit hole of like Draco and Hermione fanfic. In this show, in episode 2, Belly goes to Steven, get the hell out of here or I'll show everyone your Hermione fanfic and how it talks all about Draco's wand. I died.
You were like, oh my God, me?
I was like, literally so
You're
me.
like, at me. At me next time.
Also, it's just like, that was
literally me.
such a niche reference to like an actual like cultural moment that
I
happened
love
on TikTok.
that. No, yeah.
That like someone their age might have actually like been sucked into Draco Talk.
Well, that's what happens when you employ young writers.
Yes.
And that's why we should be employing young writers. And also WGA, fucking, I can't
Pay your
even.
writers well.
Pay your writers.
They're doing
No, the
such a
streaming
good job.
services. Pay your writers.
Yeah.
Pay your writers because you're making more money than you ever have off of this stuff and you're not paying your writers. And then me, actor, I can't be in anything. So pay your writers. Anyway,
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
Just
Stop
had
halting
to-
projects.
Yeah, it's literally I
I'm
literally
sure it's
don't have
affecting
any
your work.
auditions.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a few and luckily, you know, those went well and everything, but like then now I just don't have anything.
Back to the writing though. So yeah, they have really like good moments of like, they have good moments of, there's, you know, young writers on staff.
Yeah.
And then they have moments where a character says something like, Belly, you little tart, you look snatched. Isn't Belly looking like a snack?
They gotta stop with that.
We have to talk about this character Taylor though.
Oh, her best friend?
Yeah, she was pretty
Yes.
triggering to me. I felt
Why? How do you feel?
that clearly Taylor's incredibly insecure, right? Like she needs to be the main character.
Yep.
And Jeremiah said like, it's your birthday, you be the main character. And she got so jealous the second that she was not the main character.
Yep.
And, you know, doing things like, you know, embarrassing your friend for attention from a boy when you're in front of a boy.
Insane.
Insane.
When
The
she
worst. Hit the ball into the other girl.
When did she do that?
They're playing pool volleyball and she spikes the ball into Nicole's head because she's sitting with Conrad. And it just like brought me back, and this was like a good thing, I guess, with the writing and the way and credit to the actress because she made me hate her.
Yeah. She was so annoying.
Yeah, like insufferable because she's just that friend that like was doing very attention-seeking things.
Yeah, the worst.
And at the cost of her friend. And then, you know, was trying to gaslight Belly into saying like, oh, you've changed. Oh, ever since you got pretty and started dressing different and got these new friends, you're the one who is the problem, not me. And it was like, Girl,
be for real.
be fucking for real.
No, insane.
So it seems like she has a bigger part in season 2. It
does seem that way.
Like maybe she and Steven will actually become a thing. So I'm hoping she has some character development.
Yeah, maybe a little redemption arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
So we'll see on that.
That would be good. They make up though, don't they? Do they?
Because she comes back for like a volleyball tournament or something. So I think they're fine by the end of season 1. Which also like high school friendships do be like that. Like, I think everyone goes through their sort of
ups and downs for sure.
Yeah, their insecure stage where maybe they're not treating their friends right, and then then you maybe I don't know how to generalize this. My mom always joked that like in middle school it's easy to go from like the it girl to the shit girl, like. Someone that like people are putting up on a pedestal can quickly be villainized, like become the villain because they, their head would get too big and they started treating their friends badly. And it's like when you're young, you don't know how to like necessarily be a good friend.
No.
So, and
definitely not. No.
Speaking of friends, one more thing I really want us to touch on is just the relationship between Laurel and Susannah.
Oh,
because their friendship is interesting.
Sus. I have always felt there was like more love there that is more romantic love. I think there is a little bit of romantic love there. There has to be,
There
right?
has to be. No, and like they hint to like having great loves. So Laurel has the one night stand with that author Cleveland in her car.
Yes.
And she comes back and she is talking to Belly, and Belly was saying how like, did you feel butterflies with Dad in the beginning? And she's like, no, he was more like a warm campfire. Like it always felt calm with him. And then she kind of alludes to like a great love, and she goes, but it would have burned us both. We don't find out who that great love is. And I just feel like, and then, the dads always have comments like, oh, no love. No, like your mom's never loved anyone more than she's loved like Susannah or Laurel. Likewise, like at the end of the day, like it's each other for them.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends I love deeply.
Yes.
So much.
Yeah.
But like
nobody would say that about.
I can't say. Yeah. To me, it's like I can't imagine. Like I'm looking for a partner in life that like would also have like a romantic level.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, yes, I will always have my friendships and I will always nurture those friendships. But I can't imagine it being like, oh, but it was like no one will ever be better than my best friend. Like,
like she'll never love anybody more than she loves her best friend.
Her girly.
I mean, I'm trying to think. I think me with my best friend Gab and and my best friend Chloe, people would say, they would be like, she'll never love anybody more than she loves them because I love them like to death.
Yes.
But like also, when it comes to like romantic love, it's a different type of love, and I love in a different way that you wouldn't compare that.
Yes.
It's the fact that it's even compared to the romantic love that is like,
yes, exactly.
Wait a minute.
Because me and I could name a couple best friends that like, sure, like they could be my life partner and I'd be happy, like, but it's just different. Like you can't compare it to like a romantic relationship.
Not at all.
It's just very different. So for them to like literally be content in that it's just very interesting. I mean, also like goals that one of them's rich and like has a house that they can just like live at all summer.
That's literally my goal. I'm like, by 25, I want a house. I mean, it's a quite ambitious goal, but is a goal that I want.
All right.
Yeah.
I
want to try. I don't know, maybe 26.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm past it. I'm almost 27, so I have to maybe 30 for me.
Yeah. Hey, but we can get there.
Yeah.
But even then it's fun. Like I just want it. I just want a place where I can have all my friends and we can all have fun.
Yes.
That's like, while we're still young, is what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What they have, but just younger.
Yeah. And then like when you have kids, like
then I have that as well.
You have that too. And then like the kids can go have fun and we can have fun. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 more episodes until the end of the season.
Yes.
To
and
recap.
That'll be like all the drama.
That's when things really hit the fan because you know, end of episode 4, it's clear Belly and Cameron ain't going nowhere. Like
duh.
That she doesn't even ask him to dead ball. Like
no.
She So now some of the confusion with Jeremiah is going to come in.
Yep.
And it's really turning into...
And he stirs the pot.
Yep. It's really turning into this, brother...
Love
triangle.
That's like that is weird, though.
So, you know what it's giving, and I know you didn't watch the show, but Vampire Diaries is,
yeah.
Like...
I've watched a few of it, and I know the plot. Yeah.
That's like the OG two brothers loving one girl, and... Here's the funny thing.
Does that ever happen in real life?
I don't know. Maybe it could. What's weird about it with the belly thing is like they clearly have kind of raised these kids as siblings.
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh, but I love her. It's a little incestual. But
no, I can understand it though. Like, the
There's a
boys that you're
comfortability.
around in your entire life and you like low key have a crush on them. Like, I always had crushes my entire life. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. I guess like, my mom's friends' sons that would come around.
It's like just because they're around doesn't mean I don't. Just because they're around all the time doesn't mean I don't have a crush on them.
No, even like some of the looking back, some of the like family friend boys that I like had crushes on, like maybe weren't even that cute, but just because he was like an older boy that was around,
yeah, always.
I had a crush.
You're like, oh my god, he's so hot.
But so fun fact about connection between Vampire Diaries and Summer I Turned Pretty is Jeremiah actually played young Damon in some episodes of Vampire Diaries.
No way.
Yeah.
How funny is that? Wow.
So, I don't
cool
see a
parallel,
resemblance, but a cool parallel.
Yeah, interesting. Wow.
So,
well, we'll have to dive more into it.
We will
next week.
And then season 2 is coming up, so keep an eye out for our schedule on how we'll be covering season 2. It'll be on our Instagram. And
I'm going to the cast party tomorrow.
Oh my God, so exciting. You're going to see Conrad. Speaking of Conrad. So exciting.
I'm so excited. I can't. I'm not going to be just, I'm just really jealous of his girlfriend. I'm really jealous of his girlfriend. She must get that all the time.
I'm sure.
I don't know if I would be able to handle that. Everybody being obsessed with my boyfriend. I don't know if I could handle it.
Oh, no, definitely challenging. Definitely
challenging.
Very, very challenging.
You just have to be really secure in yourself, and he has to be really good at words of affirmation.
Yeah. So hopefully he is. So,
tell him. It seems like oh my God, he's obsessed with her.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with her. He posts her all the time. Like,
really?
Like candid pictures of her. I'm like, fuck.
Obsessed.
Literally obsessed. Goals.
Like it's like that's the hard part is like when these like guys have girlfriends and you're like, oh, but I want to be here, and then you see them be so good to their girlfriends, and you're like, cut my heart out.
Literally, the end.
Well, I don't know.
It's fine. I'll come back next week with a story time of the party.
Can't wait for that. Oh my God, so excited.
Yeah. All right. It's the Teen Vogue party.
Wait, that's so fun.
Teen Vogue is throwing it.
Teen Vogue.
Yeah, Teen Vogue. It's the Teen Vogue party, and I'm wearing my hair. Do you know that Selena Gomez video?
No.
Never mind. Bye, guys.
I was going to pretend, and I was like, I don't think I know.
No, it's Selena Gomez.
All right.
Video.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to Dramatic Effect.
You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Dramatic Effect Podcast. And don't forget to leave a rating and review. Love you guys.
Bye.